Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to episode 79 of Glory Hunter. We're returning today, closing out season 7 of the save with our Ceylons as we take on Almeria in the Conference League final. Of course, in the previous episode, we closed out the league campaign where unfortunately we fell just short to PSG. 4 points the gap in the end. We tried to push them all the way, but couldn't quite make it. We also, of course, reached the final of the Conference League after knocking out Borussia Mönchengladbach in a cracking tie that finished 8-6 on aggregate. Almeria getting past FC Midtjylland. So we will take them on in the final. Not really much more else to say. We'll have a full season roundup after this game. But hopefully we will end the season with a piece of silverware. So guys, before we get into this, I just want to actually have a quick look and show you how good of a run of form we've actually been on in the second half of the season. We haven't lost since February, end of February, when we got knocked out of the cup by Lille. That was our last loss in all competitions. Of course, it was a big one, knocking us out of the Coupe de France, but we've made it all the way to the end of May, having not lost a single game. Let's go and wrap this trophy up and bring it back to France. Quick sip of water before we start today. I feel like this is going to be a cracker. Almeria have a really strong side, so I think they will be able to compete with us. We're in the green today, which I really love the green kit. We don't really use it much. In the green today, green for Conference League. There's the trophy that we're after. You can see both teams run to the final here. Almeria actually knocking out 2 Scottish sides on the way to the semi-finals, and then after defeating Midtjylland, of course, face us in the final. Oh, here comes the Conference League theme drop. Oh yeah, this gets me pumping for the game. Ready? Da 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 da. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. Come on, boys, let's get this trophy in the bag. It's not even one that we need for the save, but I'm adding it into the mix. We need the Conference League. So here's the Almeria side then. You can see some pretty big names in there. Playing a back 5, 3 in midfield and 2 up front, Jovic and Kalimuendo. We've really struggled against teams that play 2 up top. You remember Strasbourg gave us real difficulty with the 2 up against our centre-backs. This is our lineup for today. Couple of shocks maybe. Oku starts at centre-back next to Kovacevic. He has been our starter in the Conference League. Gomis remains in between the sticks. Stefan David at right back with Kumbedi out still injured. And of course, Mr. Thursday Night, Taiwo Awoniyi leading the line. Here we go then, kick-off. I'm not actually sure where we're playing. It looks kind of like the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, but I'm not 100% sure. Of course, we will be looking for a strong start here. If we can get an early goal, we are usually very good starters. If we can get into an early lead, it'll give us even more confidence that we can lift the trophy come the end of the 90 minutes. Seko Fofana, of course, captaining the side today. Now, those of you that have been watching the series right from the very start may recall this moment, but I was actually looking back over some old footage from when we were at Atletico Madrid, and it was Seko Fofana, the man on the ball right here, who missed the penalty in the Europa League final for Real Sociedad that actually won us the title. Jan Oblak saved the penalty, and it was Seko Fofana who had moved on in the game who missed the decisive spot kick that won us our first trophy of the save. Will he be lifting another European trophy tonight? Here he is coming forward. Seko onto his left peg, looks to bend it. We'll get it back. Seko, what a save as he looked to poke it into the corner. Moses will swing in the corner. It's cleared away. Clerk will head down to Seko. Oh, what a strike. I literally just jumped out of my seat. I thought that was finding the bottom corner. Benjamin Pavard-esque. Not quite got the height on it, but that whistles just wide of the post. Great start from the captain. Still they have the ball down that side. It's played into the middle now. Brilliant little build-up. Shot comes in. And Gomis can't get there on the stretch. I think it's Kalimuendo who finishes it off. It is. And Almeria take the lead in the Conference League final. First time they've really been forward in the game. Little gap opens up for the Frenchman and he drills it into the top corner. This is not the start we were after. Seko Fofana dispossessed, and now Alvaro Fernandez will pick up the loose ball. That's much better interchanging play from us. Clerc waiting for the run on the right. It's Seko. Fofana, the captain, pulls us back on level terms. Just like that. First real attack since the goal, and it's the captain. We mentioned him earlier, missing a penalty all those years ago in the Europa League final. Looking to make up for it here, pulls us back on level terms. It's been a pretty even game so far. I'd say we've maybe just edged it, but not by much. It's been a very, very even game. They've not come forward as much as us, but when they have, they've looked very dangerous, so we have to be wary of that going into this second half. They've looked good coming forward. Into Taiwo. Has Seko in support. Seko Fofana this time connects with it all wrong and spoons it horribly wide of the target. And now Almeria come forward again. Next goal in this one is huge. I think whoever gets the next goal will go on to win the whole competition. Kovacevic can't quite get there. This is dangerous. Oku's got some defending to do, and Jovic finds that bottom corner. Luka Jovic, the former Frankfurt and Real Madrid man, pulls Almeria back into the lead. And we're in a lot of trouble here. Oku didn't quite do enough. And we're half an hour away from losing our first European final of the save. Taiwo through the gap to Leon Clerc. Can we hit back straight away again? Leon Clerc, oh, he's dragged it wide. I don't believe it. That's a huge opportunity. I think I'm going to change something. It's not working with the one up top. We've got to bring Openda on and go two up. Alvarez into Seko. Now Taiwo. Openda waits for Seko. Brilliant build-up. Big save, and Openda slams home. That is composed from Lois Openda. Ball coming across from the save from the keeper. Opens up his body on his weaker left foot and slams it home. Well, more sort of guides it home. Seko unlucky with the first effort. And it's a brilliant controlled finish from Openda. 2-2, back in it. We've looked much better though since we changed the shape. It's risky. And Kovacevic has to bring his man down. That's going to be a red card for Timor. But Kalimuendo had the pace. I had to bring him down. It's a yellow. That is a let-off. Kovacevic with the tactical Fede Valverde takedown on Kalimuendo. That's a red card all day long. Oku's not getting there. Free kick's in a dangerous position. Bulat hits it and it's in anyway. 8 minutes to save our Conference League. Bulat, the Almeria captain, fires the free kick into the top corner. The little step over meant that I couldn't get a man back on the line. It's a great strike. Take nothing away, but that is so frustrating. Can we do it once again? Can we fight back? Taiwo round the corner. Onana in behind. Jean Onana, 3-3. Game on again. We are not going to give this up easily. The midfield runner, Jean Onana, we've got him and Fofana in there. It's been a while since both of them have played. Oh, and he just about drills it home. This is a crazy final. The semis were mental, and we have carried that on into this final. Enzo Lefebvre into the middle. Still not cleared. Shot comes in. Gomis saves. And it's a late corner for Almeria. A goal here will see them win it. It's into the middle. Oku gets enough on it. Moses clears. And now we can complete the clearance. 3-3 after 90 minutes. As we did in the Europa League final in Season 1, we're going to extra time. There has been a lot of chances. I'd say we've maybe just about edged it. But 3 times we've had to come back from going a goal down. Can we take the lead for the first time in this final? Not sure if I'm going to make any subs, as I don't really know what to make, if I'm honest. Might bring Hajam on at right back, as Stefan David has struggled. Other than that, I think I'm going to leave it as we are for now. Swung into the middle. Oh, what a save by Gomis. I thought they were going short. Normally like to control someone at the near post, but didn't on that occasion. And Gomis forced into a cracking bit of goalkeeping. And now Bulat, the Almeria captain, away from Fernandez. I don't know if it's nerves or what tonight, but we've not quite been at our best. Oku does well there. Then gets beaten. Cross comes in. Oh, Gomis, that's so poor. Antonio Gomis, that is shocking. I thought it went wide. I can't believe he's been beaten by that. It was poor from Oku down in the corner, diving in there. And we were short for numbers in the middle, but Gomis has to save that at his near post. That is really poor. And I'm not sure we're going to be able to get back into it for a fourth time. I don't think we're going to be able to. Lightning doesn't strike 4 times. We're having to go for it. I've made an attacking substitution, but we literally just have to go for it, boys. Ball round the corner. Costa the substitute, 4-4. We will not lie down. We will not give up. And for the 4th time we fight back. There's about 9 minutes left. Will somebody be able to find a winner? I said that last time we pulled it back. And Almeria fought back to find the lead once again. Taiwo. Seko. Didn't have the pace to take it on. But can he get the assist for Dan James? Oh, he's missed. Oh, he's missed it. Why did it have to be Dan James? Hits the stanchion, but should have hit the back of the net. It's into Lois Openda, into Taiwo. James down the left, gets in behind Pembele. Looks to cut it back to Openda, couldn't find him. And we're going to penalties, boys. I'm so nervous for this. I really want to win this final. I'm going to be so disappointed if we lose it. Bulat scores the first penalty calmly. Lois Openda. Saved by the keeper. Jovic scores as well. Maybe it's just not meant to be. Taiwo scores. We need Gomis to save one. And he's been sent the wrong way again. It's brilliant from Almeria. Dan James, who missed that chance at the end, scores. Maximilian Verber. Saved by Gomis. Get in. Moses. Can you finish, Moses? You can. Brings us back on level terms. Sudden death. Enzo Lefebvre. Saved by Gomis. Come on, who is it? It's Costa to win it. Saved. I don't believe it. We've bottled it. Josh Da Silva scores. And now Onana must do the same. Saved, and we've lost. Oh, it's gutting. We had a chance to win it. Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. That is gutting, man. It's so frustrating. Well, guys, I'm stunned into silence here. I really thought that we were going to do it going into the game. Almeria were bloody brilliant, to be fair to them. And Seko Fofana, more heartbreak in Europe. We're, of course, going to be in the Champions League next year. So whether we can win that with this team, obviously we don't have to focus on it. needing just the domestic trophies, but that is painful to see. Really wanted to win the Conference League for Seco. It just wasn't to be today, guys. Not meant to be. Guys, I'm absolutely gutted about that. I can't believe we were one penalty away. Costa stepped up and missed. We missed the following penalty after that as well. Really, really disappointing. I can't believe that we lost it. I'm absolutely gutted. After coming back on 4 different occasions, to lose it on penalties is genuinely heartbreaking. But what we're going to do is, as we usually would, we'll have a full season roundup. Take a look at some of the other competitions, the other leagues, some individual player stats, and also a final look at this season's squad. So, of course, as you know, we did end up losing out on the Ligue 1 title to PSG. This has by far been the least successful season we've had in the save. 4 points short of PSG. You can see Stade Rennais in 3rd, Marseille in 4th, and Nice in 5th, making up the European spots. The teams going down are Guingamp, Auxerre, St Etienne, and also Estac Troyes, who you may remember Isaac Toure plays for. Going down to the 2nd division, do we bring him back up to the top flight to play for us next year? And it was a domestic double for PSG once again, lifting the Coupe de France 4-2 victory over Strasbourg in the final. Man, I cannot wait to dethrone these guys. It's going to be the best feeling we've had throughout this whole save when we finally win these 2 trophies. As for the other European trophies, Manchester City won the Europa League, beating Wolfsburg 3-0 in the final. And as for the Champions League, this lifts my mood just a tiny little smidgen. Bayer Leverkusen win the trophy over Barcelona, my former team. Of course, we beat them in last year's Champions League final with another of my former teams, Chelsea. But they go on, get revenge this time and lift the trophy. Good to see. As for the other leagues, we will take a look around, although take all of these league tables with a pinch of salt. Liverpool supposedly winning the Premier League in England, with West Ham in the Champions League, Leicester in the Europa, and Chelsea finishing in 7th. The Bundesliga was won by RB Leipzig this year, beating Bayern Munich and Champions League winners Leverkusen to the title. And the Serie A was won by AC Milan. Our former team Roma could only manage a 4th place finish. And as for La Liga, it's FC Barcelona winning that. Atletico Madrid, though, poor season for them down in 6th. Come on, lads, not even in the top 4. No Champions League for them next season. And despite a disappointing end to the season, we do have a few individual player accolades, starting with Lois Openda, the Golden Boot winner in Liga this season with 35 goals in just 30 matches. Moses Usor won the assist title as well with 16 in 33. And Galini also pipped Texera to the Golden Glove with 13 clean sheets for us in the league this year. In the Conference League, Taiwo did, well, technically he drew level with Fabio Silva, but he did do it in much fewer games. So we'll say Taiwo won the Golden Boot in the Conference League. Leon Clerc won the assist title in that competition, but unfortunately Gomis, with just the 3 clean sheets, wasn't able to pick up the Golden Glove. So we're going to run through the squad. I will try not to spend ages on this like I usually do, and we're just going to pick out a few players that we want to talk about going into next season. Starting off actually with the main man, Galini. Brought him in, and I said as soon as I signed him, I wasn't sure if he was going to be our number 1 there. There was a few other keepers I was looking at. We didn't have the funds for them. But in the end, Galini, fair play to him. He did a pretty solid job. Will he be here next year? I'm not sure in what capacity. He probably won't be our number 1, but at 34 years of age, he still did a very, very good job for us, and he did win the Golden Glove. Alvaro Fernandez was a brilliant pickup on a free signing in the summer as well. Grew by 3 ratings and just really solid across the board in every game that he played for us. No goals and only the 1 assist, but defensively this guy was absolutely solid. Of course, centre-back is an interesting position for us. Ramiro Herrera will be back at the beginning of next year, and he will be our starting left centre-back. So that leaves us with the likes of Leo Cunningham, Simon Novak, Oku, Schumacher. Like, what do we do with these guys? Are they good enough? Or do we shift them on and try and bring in some better options? I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do at centre-back next year. Kambedi was very good at right back though, really good pickup in the summer window. Just want to quickly take note on Stefan David. Not sure what I'm going to do with this guy next year. Just the 2 goals in all competitions. One of them was a sim, so I'm not really counting it. 1 goal in the league. Technically a right wing back. I don't know what position to make him next year. I think that he could be really good as an attacker, but his lack of goals this year is concerning. As for our midfielders, starting with Edson Alvarez, pretty happy with him. He is 31 years of age now, into the last 2 years of his contract. He's not one that I'm actively going to sell next year, but if we get a big offer for him, I wouldn't be against cashing in on him, as he is into his early 30s and, as I say, last couple of years of his contract. Seko Fofana, unfortunately, declined by 3 ratings, 7 goals and 5 assists, only featured 26 times though, because of those 2 long-term injuries that he did pick up. John Onana was very good as a replacement for captain, 10 goals and 10 assists in all competitions for him, and very, very solid to compete with Seko in midfield. And Leon Clerc, who played in that left attacking midfield role, really happy with him, grew by 3 ratings this year. Of course, the Antoine Griezmann regen popped up with 9 goals and 17 assists, which is really good figures for a 19-year-old. Definitely looking forward to using him a little bit more next year, and also improving his finishing so we can get that goal tally up. Moses the Magician was fantastic for us on the right hand side. Only the 8 goals in all competitions. It is the one area of his game I would like him to improve, but 19 assists in all comps, with 16 coming in the league. He was absolutely fantastic on that right hand side. And Buick on the other side, 13 goals and 8 assists for him. Pretty solid as well. Still only 26 years of age, so definitely still potential that he could grow a few more ratings. And as for our attackers, Mr. Thursday Night, Taiwo Awoniyi, with 15 goals in the Conference League. He was absolutely magnificent in that competition. I'm so disappointed that we couldn't win the Conference League for him and Seko. 15 goals there, 9 goals in the league as well. Really stepped up when Openda was injured. Speaking of Lois Openda, 35 goals and 8 assists in the league. Picked up a goal as well in the Coupe de France, but 36 in 35 in all competitions. He was absolutely fantastic as our number 9 this year. So guys, that is pretty much it to close out the episode. This is, of course, the squad heading into Season 8 and our second with RC Lens. I think it's going to be a huge transfer window for us. We really need to compete even more so with PSG going into next season. And I think we're going to have to be pretty ruthless in the transfer window as well. So I think you will see a lot of these players being moved on next season. I'm disappointed for now with the way that the season ended. Obviously no trophies. Disappointing to lose the Conference League final in the manner that we did. But we have to keep our heads up, go again next year, recruit in the summer, and try to fight back against PSG. Here it is, guys. We will end on this screen with the final Ligue 1 table. We were only 4 points behind them. We went on that amazing run at the end of the season. If we can kind of pick that up going into next season, cut out some of the stupid losses that we had at the beginning of the year, we can definitely challenge with them, as I mentioned, with some big recruitment. You can probably tell after that Conference League final, I'm really disappointed. I'm going to go and take a minute to do some editing and get over it. And then I will be back for the transfer special, where we are going to attack the market and try to improve our Lens squad so that we can win the domestic double next year. That is the challenge. I hope to catch you for the next episode very soon, where you will see who we bring in our second transfer window with Lens. Peace.